Sam, I like to point out the elephant in the room.
Okay.
We lost someone very important to us this week.
You're right.
And
it needs to be
it's important to acknowledge that
Yeah.
The Planters Peanut mascot, Mr. Peanut, died valiantly at 104 for some reason.
Did you watch the commercial where they killed him?
No,
Oh,
it's like he saves Wesley Snipes, right? Isn't that how that goes?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I truly don't know. I just saw that they killed him.
So apparently, I did some research on this.
Okay.
And apparently, like you said, it's for a commercial.
You did research, but you didn't watch the commercial?
The commercial not out yet.
It's not out yet.
It's for a Super Bowl commercial.
Wait, so how do we know he's dead?
The official Planters Peanuts Twitter tweeted out. Have you not seen this tweet?
No.
Oh my God! Hang on, I took a screenshot. You're gonna look at this because you have to.
Okay. No, I do have to.
Here, look at this. This was tweeted out. I'll put up the screenshot on the video. Well, maybe I won't. I don't know.
And the ultimate selfless
Look it up. This picture's there.
His friends when they needed him most. Please pay your respects with R.I.P. R.I. Peanut.
R.I. Peanut.
I don't believe this. I don't buy this for a second. It's for a Super Bowl commercial. I feel like they're going to turn it around. And like Honey Nut Cheerios is in on it. Like, I feel like they're going to turn it around for the Super Bowl commercial and he's going to be fine.
Well, I got to wonder, right? Like, is viral marketing going too far? Like, have we officially gone too far?
No, it's a cartoon peanut. It's still fun.
Like, what's next? Is there going to be, like, is like fucking Frosted Flakes going to tweet out that, like, Tony the Tiger hung himself with his ascot or something? Like, I feel like we're preying on people's emotions here.
I saw a tweet the other day that was like, gives Tony the Tiger true serum. Tony the Tiger, they're fine.
It's great. I love Frosted Flakes. Truth be told,
I like fresh Frosted Flakes.
do they often go stale?
The soggy Frosted Flakes at the bottom of the bowl are not my jam.
I like that stuff. That's what I like about it. It's like a sugary, because it kind of piles up.
We had a flavor.
I thought you were supposed to say we had a fight. I was like, we had a fight about Frosted Flakes?
We had a flavor when I worked at a self-serve Menchie's style frozen yogurt shop.
The one that's not Menchie's.
The one that's not Menchie's. I forget what it was called. I think it was called like Frosted Cereal or like some generic name that let you know that it was Frosted Flakes but not actually Frosted Flakes.
Frosted but not Frosted Flakes.
And the way that we made it, so like the way that we normally made the frozen yogurt is we had like bags of cream, which we then put flavoring into, like syrup or some other kind of like synthetic flavoring.
It's very basic ice cream store stuff.
And then you mix it all up until it's consistent, and then you pour it into the back of a machine, and the machine freezes and dispenses it out into soft serve.
Yeah, very straightforward.
The way that we had to make this Frosted Flakes flavor was by pouring the cream into a bucket.
Yep.
Putting like generic off-brand Frosted Flakes into the cream and letting it sit overnight in the fridge.
Oh, so it congealed.
And then straining out the Frosted Flakes and putting it into the machine.
Amazing.
It was disgusting.
It's funny, at my store, we just used mashed up tigers.
Because tigers taste like Frosted Flakes.
I mean, what do you think a Frosted Flake is made out of? It's just dried up tigers.
Just dried up tiger jerky.
Exactly. It's
Frosted
exactly what
Flakes
it
is tiger jerky.
You've heard it here first, folks, on the Chill Spot podcast.
There's the title of the episode, though. Frosted Flakes is just tiger jerky.
It's it'll be the secret that Tony's keeping from all of us? Question mark. Actually, Sam, I want to talk to you about something.
Okay.
I was browsing.
Whatever. R.I.P. Mr. fucking Peanut.
Yeah, whatever. He fucking boiled and sold his own kind.
They're gonna turn it around. They're not gonna stop putting Mr. Peanut on all of their packaging.
Mr. Peanut is a fucking capitalist pig. He's the house nut who sells.
He's the house nut
who sells. He sells his peanut brethren to the white man so they can be roasted.
Oh my God, he's fucking Samuel L. Jackson and Django.
Yeah, really, yeah.
He's just like, he's the house nut.
Exactly. So he's a capitalist pig who sells his kind for treats and money. So he was also 104. Had to die sometime, you know. R.I. Peanut. Are you?
That was so funny.
I feel like I caught you off guard
I think that's
there.
the funniest thing you said in these 4 years, Cam.
Wow.
I swear to God.
I've known you for a long
God.
time. I've known you for longer than 4 years.
Yeah. In the 4 years we've been dating.
I want to run by something. I saw this on it was an r/relationships thread.
Ooh.
So these are the best.
Oh, I love these.
So, long story short, I've written down like a Cole's Notes version here. So, this girl was dating this dude who unfortunately found out that he has a terminal illness. They're both like in their 30s.
Okay.
Now, he's really into gothic stuff, like his whole shtick.
Okay.
So instead of him being buried or cremated, he wants there's a company that will, like, when you die, it'll take your bones out for you if you want have them cleaned, and like you can just have your loved one's bones. Now, what he wants, this is his final wishes. He wants his skull to be removed after he dies, cleaned, and then the rest of his body to be sent to a company. And this is a real thing, I looked it up, that the company can burn you down to ash and then turn your ash into gemstones. He then wants the gemstones placed in the eyes of the skull to then become a family heirloom. Now, the person who posted this, let me finish. The person who posted this was vehemently against it. I think that's kind of dope.
Kind of cool. I'm kind of into that.
Right? The whole okay.
Listen, okay.
It's morbid. It is.
Let me explain. Like, it's morbid right now, but in 50 years, when your descendants like inherit this skull, and like theoretically in 50 years, when your relatives are like inheriting this and like hearing the story about their family member who wanted this like dope family heirloom in their family, like
that's great grandpa Cameron.
Oh my God.
On the mantle with the sick gemstones in his eyes.
My only regret is that I don't think there's enough time in this guy's life. I mean, they didn't specify in the post, but I don't know if there's enough time to have like a sick oil painting made of him.
No kidding, eh?
You know what I mean?
It hangs above the skull, so it's like the painting and then the skull.
Yes, and the skull is in like a glass case.
Here's the stipulation, right? The reason why I was on r/relationships is because the poster was vehemently against it. She thought it was morbid and sick, and she thought that, like, you know, years would go by and then they would lose the skull.
Don't get a goth BF then if you can't handle it.
But here's the thing.
If you can't hack it.
The true stipulation, the true hard part, was that he wanted her to do the same when she died. So it would be a pair of skulls.
Okay.
So it was kind of his final wishes was that, like, for him to be prepared this way, and for her to be later to be prepared this way. She obviously did not want to.
Right.
And then the post was about, like, how can we find some compromise?
Right.
He's like not moving on this.
Yep.
So that's the boring shit, the relationship part. But I don't know, man. I think it'd be so fucking cool to have a crystal skull, like a bejeweled magic item D&D skull that's a family heirloom passed down by generations. You would never be forgotten by your family, like you just said. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, so like, it's cool for him to want that for himself and his remains.
Yeah.
I think it's a dope idea, and you know, like, it's your body, and
of course,
like, you get to say what happens to it, forever and ever. You can't determine what somebody else does when they die. Of course, yeah. Also, like, I don't know how long this person is gonna live. She will probably move on.
They're in their 30s, so they'll probably date again.
Oh my God, she's gonna find somebody else. She's gonna carry on with her life. To be perfectly honest, I would do it and then give it to like my boyfriend's mom,
right?
You know.
See, here's the thing:
for like his family to keep, I wouldn't keep it.
Well, because no reason for you to keep it.
What am I gonna do every time I date somebody new? Just be like, oh yeah, that's my ex-boyfriend's, my dead boyfriend's skull. Yeah. That he asked me to bejewel for him.
It's actually his whole body, because the jewels are made out of the rest of his organs.
And then you carry on for the rest of your life, and you start a family with someone who's not him and like never knew him and has no earthly connection or obligation to him, but it's just like in your family. No, give it to his mom, right? Like for her to pass on. Give it to like a weird niece or something, and then they'll just pass it on in that family, and they can tell the story about like weird Uncle Jerry who like
who's like now a skull.
Great Uncle Jerry who's now a skull.
He's a demi-lich
skull. We just keep him around.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing.
You can't make somebody else do the same. You can't make somebody else inter themselves the same way that you want to.
Right.
That's not okay.
Yeah. So I was trying to be sympathetic with the poster, right? Because I think that, like, ultimately, if it's someone's final wishes, it should be done, right? It just should be done because it's their final wishes. Yes. But I was thinking about it for like from your perspective. Like if I had died and you had gone through this whole thing, and now you have this me skull with like the jeweled eyes. Like you don't think that you would feel weird holding the skull, knowing that like this was my
In
head,
your head?
my head. You're holding my head.
Yeah.
My de-skinned, de-muscled, de-brained
No, it'd be
organ
so
head.
weird. It'd be so weird.
It would be weird. Like
Hence why I
think
don't
the
think
same
she
thing.
should keep it.
That's just it.
Just shove it off on somebody else.
Like if you and I,
Here, your weird son wanted me to do this.
yeah, here,
You put him here. You keep it.
you just wrap it up in a blanket and
You
throw it to the
made
window.
this skull, so
Yeah.
you keep this skull.
You just like throw it into the house. Just
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is this? My son.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bunch of people on Reddit pointed out, and like this is sort of like the party pooper stuff, but a bunch of people on Reddit pointed out that like these companies, like they don't make jewels out of your body that are like eyeball size. They're probably
Yeah.
like little like pendants and shit. Because
Right.
your body doesn't produce enough ash.
Oh my god, give me like a little crown of tiny little studs.
Oh, that would be sick.
Just like around the crown of my head.
Or you know what I would do? I would give my skull to an engraving person or like a
You
painter.
take it to things engraved.
Yeah. But no. I would go down to like Mexico or something and find someone who could engrave my skull to make it, you know, like ornate skulls for like
Oh, like sugar skulls.
yes.
I don't know if they're called sugar skulls.
No, but
or, like, Day of the
I'm trying to
Dead.
think of like the like Day of the Dead
Like
skulls.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yes,
skulls.
yes, like
Yeah.
those kind of designs. Like I would
Yeah.
want that for my skull and my body jewels to be incorporated in that design. And, like just to have that, that would be sick. Or you know what you could do if you don't want me, donate me to a theater
you
company
don't want me.
and have them do
Hamlet.
and make me. I'll be Yorick for the rest of my life. My
Yeah.
final casting will be
I
Yorick.
think that would make you happy.
On some level, I think it would.
I
Make
think
me
that would
happy.
make you happy.
Right?
To live on forever in a theater, I think would make you happy.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
But then it's funny because the reality is that like the first couple generations of that theater company would be like, oh, like this is like a real
Like
skull,
a fresh skull.
so like we're gonna like take care of it.
Yeah.
But then like 2 decades down the road, they're gonna be like going through a box and be
Yeah.
like, what's this skull?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing Hamlet. We should use this. And it's like,
Yeah.
what's the history behind like what's up with the skull?
Yeah. We'd have to make sure that there was like a pamphlet like attached to
Yeah,
it
really.
all the time to be like, hey, so you're holding real bone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be an idiot.
I'd haunt the fuck out of that theater.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like scare anyone. I would
Yeah.
just be like the ghost that lives there.
If I were to haunt a theater, I would be so nice and like whenever somebody accidentally said like the Scottish play in a theater, I would like make sure that like I would like put like I would go out to a field and like pick some flowers and like put some flowers like on their dressing room table so
Yeah.
that they felt good, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the fun ghost.
Yeah, exactly. I would just like
Have we ever talked about whether or not
give
you
them
think?
a cold pat on the back.
Yeah.
Make sure that everything's okay.
Have we ever talked about that whether or not you think ghosts are real?
Yeah, we did.
A long time ago, I think.
Yeah, and I basically said like I want ghosts to be real.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea that like there's something more for my loved ones after they pass away.
Totally, it's a
But
comforting
like
thing.
scientifically speaking, I don't see how.
Well, there's no documented evidence, and there's an explanation for everything.
yeah.
You know, your brain is powerful.
Yes.
If you're scared enough, you will create
You will
images
create
and shit.
things,
You know,
yeah.
it's fucking
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we talked about it in our Halloween episode. That's right. Or a Halloween episode,
Quote unquote.
Came out like 2 weeks after Halloween, but
Yeah.
that's just how we roll here at Chill Spot.
Speaking of like online conundrums that other people seem to have, I have like an am I the asshole thing that I created in
Ooh.
my mind
On r/ am I the asshole?
that I came up with.
I hate that subreddit sometimes.
So, absolutely. Recently my headphones broke.
Right.
My nice big Sony bass boosting headphones broke.
Your dope ass headphones.
I was looking online to see if there was something I could do before I called customer service and like did that whole shebang. And I found like a forum, like a messaging forum, for like Sony stuff, that like consumers had created. And this guy, I shouldn't assume guy, this person, wrote something along the lines of like, I dropped my Sony headphones on the ground when I found out that my dad had terminal brain cancer and they broke. What can I do to fix them? And I was like,
Nothing.
so sorry about the terminal cancer part. Did you have to say that? I don't think you did.
Oh no, that's.
I don't think you had to. Am I the asshole for thinking like,
He's probably lying.
for almost immediately thinking like, you didn't have to write that. You could
Well,
have
yeah.
left that out completely.
Well, okay. So
Am I a bad person? Am I not very sympathetic? Is that like the inner Capricorn in me being like, that's like an inner circle detail? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to write it on the internet.
Okay, here's what I think. If someone had said that, like if you were working at a Sony store back when they had Sony stores and they sold these headphones and someone came in and was like, listen, man, like, I don't have this receipt. Like, this is exactly what happened. And like, they seem like genuinely distraught and like, you don't think that they were lying.
Yeah.
Like, no. Or yes, I kind of think that maybe you're an asshole if you were like, I don't give a fuck about your dad who had brain cancer. But the fact it was on the internet.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was like the first thing he stated.
It's also like not an important detail. You can just say that you dropped your headphones on the floor and they broke.
Well, I mean,
you don't
like,
have to be like, I heard, like he literally wrote the title was like, I dropped my headphones on the ground when I heard that my dad had terminal brain cancer and now they're broken. And then like in the actual message, like the body of the text, it was like, my mom told me that my dad was going to die of brain cancer, and I was in such shock that I let go of my headphones that I was holding on to and they fell on the ground and broke. And I was like, I don't think you need to include all that detail.
I also think that he's probably lying. Because, okay,
I don't care if he's lying. Like, I don't care if it's a lie or the truth. I just think, like, why would you ever type that out?
I think, to be honest with you, Sam, I think that it hinges entirely on whether or not it's a lie or the truth. Because if he's lying, he wants sympathy points to get new headsets. So, to answer your question, let me finish.
This wasn't an official Sony website, so there's no stakes. He's not going to get anything from anybody.
Where did he post this? On, like, Reddit?
It was just, like, a tech, like, forum where you can post your tech problems and, like, IT people
maybe
in their spare time, or just people who are interested in technology as a whole.
Maybe
can, like,
he's not lying
and, like,
because
help.
then he might be so distraught because no one on that website is going to be able to help you.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to, like, okay, you want to go out and get a soldering kit and you want to solder your headset back together.
No, it wasn't an official
like,
Sony site at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize that. I thought he was like trying to get his headphones fixed.
No.
Like he was like fucking messaging Sony people on the boards being like, I don't have my receipt, but my dad has brain cancer.
Yeah.
Can you give me more headphones? Sorry, the reason I said that in a stupid voice is because we had a conversation with my mother earlier about this exact thing, about how frustrating. Like, I work retail, you've worked retail, we've been over this a million times. When people come in without the credentials and want to do something that they can't do without the credentials, it's frustrating.
And then proceed to get mad at you because they didn't hold up their end of the responsibility for getting a refund.
It's like, listen to me. Don't get mad at me because you're a fucking idiot and you can't hang on to a receipt. At my store, we even do pictures. If give me a picture of your receipt. You can put. Do you have an iPhone? Great. Put it on your Apple Cloud. Make a little folder called Receipts.
Called the iCloud.
And then put it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the Apple Cloud, the iCloud. No one knows how the cloud works anyway.
Yeah. But yeah. So am I the asshole? Like that this person like posted like such an intimate detail on a not official like tech help site.
No, I don't think you're an asshole. I think oversharing is a huge problem.
I felt a little assholey because like, and also, like the post was also old. Like it was from a couple years. It was a year old at least.
So his dad is definitely dead.
Okay, that's not what I was getting at. It just, there's nothing I can do for this person. Their dad had been diagnosed like over a year ago.
Right,
so
right.
No,
you'd be the asshole if you like logged onto the comments. You were like, fucking cloud chasing, fuck you. Like,
no.
Ooh, my dad has cancer. Ooh.
Oh, God,
like then you would be an asshole.
Yeah. No, but I was just like, I read it and I was like, I didn't need to know that at all.
Right.
And just like the fact that they went into detail, they were like, my mom told me and I was in such shock that I let go of the headphones I was holding and they fell to the ground and broke. Like,
yeah.
Just like tell me the problem.
I love when he's trying to paint the picture. He was like,
yeah, he was really. They were really trying to paint the picture.
Wednesday, noon, 12:30. I enter the hospital with my mother. She informs me about my dad's condition. My hands loosen.
Yeah.
Headphones scramble to the ground. It's like, okay, like.
I barely feel the metal slide against my skin as the headphones cascade to the ground into pieces.
With a smash. Doo, doo, doo. Silence.
Everything seemed to be in slow motion.
What are you, like a first year literature student?
Yeah.
Like, whoa. It's a poem called Soundproof. Oh dear. Oh dear. That takes back to university, man.
But I can't hear you because my headphones are broken.
Rupee car. I knew exactly that's what you were going for. Okay. So Rupi Kaur's, that's not the right word. Rupi Kaur is interesting.
She's fantastic.
Because she's a fantastic poet. I have both of her books, Milk and Honey, and the other one.
The Sun and Her Flowers.
The one that I didn't like as much. Okay. That is Milk and Honey. But they're both very good. She went to UW, alum just like us.
Represent.
Which is so sick.
Woo woo.
But like I do have to hand it to people. They have some credence in making fun of Rupi Kaur, in my opinion, because she's a brilliant poet and she makes these awesome poems. But there are some poems that are like, okay.
Well, she has a style, you know.
It's very particular.
She has a very noticeable, like, and discernible style. So like I don't think that people are making fun of her to bring her down.
No,
I think it's
like an admiration kind of thing. Maybe. Would satire, is satire the one where you're making fun of something? No, parody. Yeah.
Parody is the one where you're not necessarily mocking it to prove a point. You're just making fun of it.
Just making fun of it, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Weird Al wasn't shitting on Chameleonaire when he made White and Nerdy, you know?
It's
he
true.
wasn't trying to shit on him.
Actually, well, that's another thing. Where it's like,
he was just
having your song
fun.
parodied by Weird Al is like an honor.
It's an honor, yeah.
You're like, oh my God, I'm big enough
to
get parodied by Weird Al?
Yeah.
The Yankovic?
The Yankovic?
The Yank Man?
So yeah, like I truly think it's parody and not necessarily satire.
Yeah,
I
it's like,
think she just has a very noticeable, and like it's her poems can be very short too. They can be a page long, or they can fit in a tweet.
Yeah.
So
and you know it's funny, right? Because like sometimes it'll take a whole page, but it'll be like 4 words in the corner of every page with like an illustration in the middle.
Yeah.
And like that's for an effect, right? Like she's trying to evoke something within you, which is totally fine. But I also think that it's so open to parody. Like,
yeah, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Because I think there's good poems. Well, obviously, I think there's good poetry and bad poetry. I think there's a lot more. Excuse me. I think there's a lot more bad poetry than there is good poetry. Because poetry is one of those things where it's like,
it's so short.
It's short, so you can just write stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And then just put it out there.
Yeah, like, oh, you sit down on the toilet, poop falls to the water with a sploosh. Rupi Kaur. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Poop falls to the water with a sploosh. It touches my buttock ever so gracefully.
Buttock?
The way that you caressed my cheek that summer.
There is no one who refers to one of their ass cheeks as a buttock. Oh, you hit me right in the buttock. What the hell, dude?
Just the right buttock.
Oh.
The right buttock. But yeah, thank you for confirming that I'm not the asshole.
No, I don't think you're an asshole.
Because like I felt like I read it, and you know, like I've had close encounters with cancer, so my heart went out to them, and then I read it and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Why did you tell me that?
It's completely unnecessary.
And then I wasn't sure, because like I'm the type of person who sorry, I had to let that burp out.
Yeah, we ate a bunch of bagel crackers before this, or like baguette crackers.
Yeah.
So we're just like.
So I'm not the type of person who like shares everything.
No.
I like there are things that my closest friends don't know about me, and then sometimes I'll say like, oh yeah, like I didn't want to do this because it reminded me of when this, that, and the other thing happened like 3 years ago. And they'll be like, what? That happened to you?
Yeah,
or they said that to you? What? How did I not hear about this? I had no idea that you went through this. I don't tell people stuff. So to me, the thought of telling people that my dad has cancer in like a random forum, like a random online forum where like statistically like one person's gonna see it and answer it,
if that. Yeah,
it just but it's gonna be out there on the internet permanently forever,
right? To
me, just like is just not something that I would ever do.
Well, I guess it's kind of like
it feels inappropriate, and it feels like you're foisting this like really, really awful experience on somebody who's not ready for it. You know, it's the internet. You can come across anything at any time.
I guess it's kind of like, if you consider this perspective where maybe he doesn't have anyone to like share that with.
Yeah.
So maybe you are the asshole. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
I'm kidding, of course.
All right.
I'm joking. We do jokes on this podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I agree, where it's like, I think like, you know, I feel the same way you feel about this forum post as I do about like Facebook oversharing.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. No, it literally reminded me of like the last time I read, like, I don't know, somebody that I used to go to high school with was like does anybody know like how to cure yeast infection? Because I have a pretty bad one. And
like,
I was
wow.
like, okay, Google?
Yeah.
Google is a thing.
If you Google the first half of this sentence,
have you
you'd find
never
an answer.
seen a Canestin commercial?
Yeah, really.
Never? Like, girl. So yeah, like it's just like yeah, I just felt like it was a bit much for strangers on the internet who weren't prepared.
Well, you bring up an interesting point about
And she just went into so much detail with the like my mom told me dropped on the floor, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think that
well, you bring up an interesting point about like sharing and especially consent to sharing, you know? It's like I think the reason why you shouldn't overshare on Facebook is in a positive, this is selfish, I guess, but it's like when I go on Facebook, I'm not like, ooh, what's everyone's baggage look like?
Yeah.
I really want to get affected by all of your shit. You know, like if you log into Facebook and you're tweeting about like a loved one who passed on, like whatever, that's fine. That's what fucking everybody does. But if I log into Facebook and you're like, my butt plug got sucked up my ass today and I just couldn't get it out, I had to go to the hospital. It's like, you really
You've never bought a butt plug that doesn't have a stopper at the end of it.
Also, anywhere else, r/butt plugs maybe, like they'd be super into that probably.
Yeah.
But here you are on my Facebook, where I interact with my friends and family and catch up with people who I'm never going to talk to again.
Yeah.
Reading about your damn butt plugs.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, I totally get that. I think you need to consider whether somebody's ready to hear what you're talking about before you post it online for it to live there permanently forever.
It's only fair. It's only fair.
I think that's just appropriate.
All right. I have a segue, Sam.
Okay.
Do you remember the show Life with Derek?
Ah, yes. I love that show.
It's a Family Channel show, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that show had huge incest overtones?
Yes.
How, like, okay, so first of all, it's not actually incest. If you want to split hairs, Derek and his sister are step-siblings. It doesn't make it any better.
Yeah.
But, it's not incest.
Yeah.
I had no fucking idea. I completely forgot about that whole part of the show.
Okay, so listen, here's
Before you continue, someone posted a clip on Twitter that is, like, really, like, heavy with the romantic tension between Derek and his sister. And
I think that we're reading into that as adults now because I used to watch that show. Maybe I was just clueless, you know. I did think that Shaft literally had a brother. It's been proven that I'm not the best at inferring things as a child.
Yeah, little Sam was not very good at inferring.
Yeah, I was very cut and dry. But I watched that whole show when it was on Family Channel, and I never really got the sense that they wanted to fuck each other.
So
ever.
here's the thing. I also thought that until I read some of the Twitter replies. Now, this is all tweets. Apparently, and I've been meaning to look into this. Apparently, there is a spin-off planned for Life of Derek, or a sequel series for Life of Derek, about Derek and his sister going to college and actually becoming a couple.
No, there wasn't.
And it was scrapped after the first table read.
That's horseshit.
I mean, I don't know.
You want to know how I know that that's
I'll Google
horseshit?
it right now.
You want to know how I know that that's horseshit?
Nope, I guess I won't.
Good job. Cam just fantastically threw his phone. Like you dropped it across the room. I truly don't know how you did that.
Yeah.
You want to know how I know that's bullshit, though? Because I have read this thread, like not this exact thread that you've read, but I've read similar threads too. Because every once in a while, somebody brings it up. Or maybe I read it on Tumblr, something like that.
Probably where it started.
Where like they're like the main actors from Life with Derek, the sister and the brother, they started dating. Like the actors started dating during the show, and there was a spin-off planned, but they couldn't stop making fuck me eyes at each other, so they canceled it. And then I read another thread that was like they started dating in the middle of the show, and the show itself got canceled because they could not stop making fuck me eyes at each other. And now here you are telling me for the third time around that Life with Derek ended, and then they were going to plan a spin-off where they started dating in real life, and it's just like this story has changed. Like the details of this story have changed way too many times for me to think that any part of it is true.
It's like the worst game of telephone ever.
It's another like Marilyn Manson took out his own rib so he could suck his own dick.
Totally.
Rumor, you know, like it's just like no one from that show has come forward to like explain or confirm or deny the truth. And like I don't think they're going to because the show's been off the air for so long at this point. It's like who cares?
God, what
you
an
know?
early 2000s show. Look at this outfit that they had the main character wear, like his hair and everything. Like,
See,
it's
like
just
the outfit is just like a hoodie with a t-shirt on underneath it, but the necklace.
Well, she got the shit end of the stick.
Oh, the highlights, yeah. Well,
No,
that
no,
was
no. I
just
mean,
so
the
on
short
point.
sleeve shirts over long sleeve shirts
Oh,
look
yeah.
is so dead.
Well, it's not even that it was for style. It's Disney. Remember?
Oh,
I feel like Disney would be worried about arm length. Name the last Disney character you've seen that has worn a tank top.
oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Okay, sorry, you were being.
I think,
really
I think
confusing
Lizzie
for some
McGuire
reason.
wore tank tops, but they covered her entire shoulder. They were like a palm wide.
Well,
they weren't like 2 fingers wide. They were like a palm wide.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because then like Zoe 101 had them like in bikinis like all the time. There's even conversations where like I distinctly remember a conversation where they talked about like boobs and shit.
Zoe 101 was Nickelodeon. It wasn't Disney.
What? Zoe 101 played on the Family Channel.
Yeah, but it was Dan Schneider.
Is that right?
Who like worked with Nickelodeon. He didn't work with Disney.
I'll look it up right now.
Maybe it wasn't Nickelodeon, but it wasn't a Disney show.
I don't think it was Nickelodeon. You're probably right about being Disney.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Or I think maybe his own
you're right, it is
production
Nickelodeon.
company. Yeah.
It was Nickelodeon, Teen Nick, and Family Channel in Canada. So it was distributed for
It was
us.
distributed in Canada to Family Channel, but
You're right, it was a
America,
Nickelodeon
it was
show.
Nickelodeon.
So they were more edgy, you know. They were like they kind of like towed the line
They
more.
did. They always did though.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
But wouldn't it be amazing if that Life with Derek thing was true?
I know.
Like what horny showrunner was like, maybe he's the reason there's so much incest porn now.
Oh my god, because he's directing. Listen, don't. Oh no, sorry. I thought we were still talking about Dan Schneider for a second, who is a pedophile.
Oh yeah, that's confirmed. Confirmed pedophile.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Dan the Man Schneider.
I just remember that, like, you know, like when Casey and Derek would like look at each other on the show. She at the end of a show, you know, like they go through the problem and there's a solution and everyone's happy by the end of it. She would like give him a look. It was one of those like finger wagging.
You're my
like,
big brother.
Oh, you
Yeah.
silly brother, you. Oh, this stepbrother that I've been stuck with.
Yeah.
Sort of like look. And I always just thought it was one of those like tisk, like, oh, you darn Derek, you know?
What are you doing, step bro?
As an adult now, though.
That's your penis, step bro.
As an adult now, I can see how you would think that it's like a fuck me eyes look.
Listen, all I'm saying is that I watched
Because he would like smirk at her and then she would like shyly smile back.
Yeah.
As if like, yeah. It was like, you know that Vine that I showed you? The like, hey Kyle. And he's like, sup bitch? And she's like, stop.
Yeah.
He's like, he like sticks his tongue out and he's like, bitch. And she's like,
Yeah.
ow. It's like that was the end of every Life with Derek episode, you know?
Hey, listen, I think I may have liked it, like favored it on Twitter. I'll play the 50-second clip of this show that convinces me that like maybe there is some funny business going on.
Okay.
But I'll see if I can find it. In the meantime,
I'll find that Vine. No, I won't.
yeah, really. Let's just be quiet for a little while.
For context, I'll show you that Vine. No, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody but you knows what I'm talking about.
I was like
You slept on Vine.
Like,
you slept on Vine so hard.
You think I'm this like fucking ignorant
You told
fuck.
me that you didn't really pay attention to Vine when it was a thing.
Right, but like I watched like the popular ones. You just do like the deep dive shit that no one knows or talks about.
That's not true.
You're like a Vine's fucking connoisseur.
No, that's not true. I quote the like, if your name is Junior and you're that's not a deep Vine.
Yeah, but no, didn't you point? But Sam, you make some seriously deep cut Vine references sometimes.
I do not.
You absolutely do.
I do not.
Well, anyway, I can't find it. But like, long story short,
Rip.
there is this clip from Life of Derek where they were talking, and then it was like, "We're to go off to college." And she's like, "What if we went to the same college?" And then Derek was like, "What if we stayed in the same dorm?" And she's like, "Ugh, I'm going to the girls' dorm." And they share this like longing look
Ew.
that lasts like 5 seconds. I
Ew.
swear to God.
That's so gross. What the fuck?
Well, that's what I mean. It's like that's why I kind of believe it. Where it's like, what fucking horny showrunner was like, "I'm gonna make these teen kid siblings fuck. Everyone's gonna want to fuck Derek. Fuck with Derek."
Maybe the insinuation is that Derek would move into the dorm and fuck everybody except for his stepsister.
Right.
So she'd like walk into the room and be like, "Hey, can I borrow some stuff?" And he'd just be like knee deep in some co-ed.
Oh, just banging some dude.
Yeah,
like,
and she'd be like, "Derek."
Give him the look, like,
Stop.
stop having sex on my bed, Derek. Derek.
Yeah, he has sex with other girls on her bed.
You came in my conditioner again, Derek.
He has like a Something About Mary situation, but just like
her
with
hair stands up
conditioner.
like a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, fuck that show. Did I tell you that I did see that actress topless though?
What?
She played Baby in the stage production of Dirty Dancing on Mervish.
Right. And
I saw it because as I think I've said before, I had a big Dirty Dancing phase.
Hasn't ended.
A bright but short Dirty Dancing phase when I was an adolescent.
It's still going.
I still love the movie, but I like loved that movie.
Right, you were like super into fucking Dirty Dancing, yeah.
And she played.
You like the Sways man?
She played Baby, but like there's a sex scene in Dirty Dancing, so like they didn't have sex on stage, but he like took her top off.
Just like raw.
She was just like in a
on
bra.
stage.
She was like in a bra and like skirt or like pants or something on stage. She was like topless.
So you've seen what she looks like under.
I have. Yeah.
Wow, good for you, Sam.
Yeah, I got to a place that Derek couldn't even get to.
Derek wanted that more than anything else.
Yep.
And here you are paying for it.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
I heard the Mervish place sucked.
It was good. What are you talking about?
I mean, I talked to an old I guess he's not a professor, someone who works at UW, who said he didn't enjoy it at all.
Okay, well that's UW for you. None of our professors like Mervish.
It's true.
And
it's
you know
true.
what?
For
Fair.
good reasons.
Yeah.
You know, pretty good reasons.
Yeah.
Sam.
It kind of shits on everything that they always try to accomplish. So.
Well, because I mean, Mervish is considered like, you know, quote unquote commercial theater, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not quite museum theater, which is like what something more like Stratford would do.
Yes.
But it is still very much like, oh, like what if we took Broadway and like brought it to Toronto?
Toronto, yeah.
Which like great and all, but how about maybe lower your fucking ticket prices a little bit so I can go see some of your shows, please. I want to go so bad. I still have I have a unused $200 like Mervish credit that my mom got for like 3 Christmases ago. I just haven't used yet.
Hope it hasn't expired or anything.
No, it doesn't have an expiry date. It was also like, what the fuck? I can't. Like, what show am I gonna go see for like just $200 in Mervish? Like, I could pay for maybe half a Hamilton ticket. You know.
I know. But you were gonna say something.
I a couple nights ago was tasked with making dinner.
Okay.
I made some pasta pasta aliolio.
Cam likes to make fun of me because I can't say it properly.
No, I'm actually
he can't produce the names of the cast of the entire Black Panther cast, so.
Well, I guess so. Anyway, so I was cooking, and I made some garlic bread, as I do. You know, we're getting pretty proficient in making garlic bread, you and I. I put a little bit of mozzarella cheese in the garlic butter, and it changed the game. Changed the game. Because when the cheese melts with the butter, it gets like soaked right in. Yeah. And it becomes this really fluffy, delicious, light little thing. I didn't have enough garlic, so the garlic was really light. But let me tell you,
the cheese compensated for the
cheese
lack of garlic
in the butter.
So like shredded cheese.
Yeah, just shred a little bit of mozz.
Interesting.
I would probably switch it up though. I'd maybe put marble in the butter next time. Mozz on top, marble in the butter. Why?
I don't know about that.
It's marble.
I don't want
Who doesn't like marble cheese?
Garlic bread is mozzarella cheese.
You ever been to like a Shoeless Joe's? Like their garlic bread's all like marble and stuff.
That's bullshit.
Wow. Is this another Samism that's popping up out of the ground?
It's not another Samism. It's just I prefer. I will eat your marble or your like cheddar garlic bread.
Yeah.
But
your fucking Frankenstein garlic bread bullshit.
Garlic bread is mozzarella.
I mean, if you really want to split hairs, top tier garlic bread don't even have cheese on it.
It doesn't even have cheese on it.
Actually, I want to learn how to make like a garlic loaf.
Cameron.
You ever been to Turtle Jack's and got like a garlic
I couldn't agree
loaf?
with my girlfriend if I tried.
What did you say?
I just like to disagree with my girlfriend. My name's Cameron.
My name's Sam. I have the weirdest food opinions.
I just disagree with her on everything, even though she's right.
Sam's right.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
But you ever been to like a Turtle Jack's and had like their like garlic loaf that comes in like a little pan?
Oof. No.
Really never?
No. Oh my God. Krabby Joe's like, I don't know if they still have it. I think they do. They do like garlic knots. So good. Like pull apart bread.
Yeah.
Ooh, mwah.
You and your friend group turned me around on Krabby Joe's.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of Krabby Joe's you were eating at, but
Krabby Joe's is always garbage.
DTK is lit.
Like, see, okay.
So good.
It might be like...
Are you fucking kidding me with this fucking wall? I can hear it.
Is it
starting
falling?
to peel off again.
I can't hear it at all.
I heard it.
No, I think you're just hearing things.
Fine.
You're getting gaslit by our wall.
You're gaslighting me.
But no, see, Krabby Joe's.
Only because I don't want to do anything about it right now.
Huh?
Only because I don't want to do anything about it right now.
Right.
There we go.
Oh.
See?
All right. Well, let's pause. Deal with this now.
All right. All right.
All right.
All right.
Play the intro again.
All right.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do
Do.
Da 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 da. Do.
Do.
Do do do
Do.
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 That's our royalty-free intro that we have for our podcast. If you know how to make music and want to make a jingle for our podcast, feel free to just send us that shit. I really want. I want to get like some blown out. Like, can we just like someone download the podcast?
Yeah.
Edit out the intro, and then edit it to be like deep fried and like bit crushed and blown out.
I would love.
And then send it back to us, and I'll use it for the intro of that podcast.
I would love to get memed. I would love it.
If we had a meme.
To be a part of a viral meme.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh my god.
You have the power to do that, folks.
I know.
All of you at home.
It's like getting an Oscar, getting memed.
Yeah. It's like up there, you know?
Yeah. They're on the same list. Oh god. Those crackers that we ate were like rosemary.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's like all you can taste now?
It's like all up in my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm having regrets.
They're tasty though.
I wish I could just go into the back of my palate and just like scrape it and just wipe it from the memory of my
Do you want to pause
body.
and get a soft drink?
No, I'm fine.
Just run and get one.
No.
I'll entertain the people for 5 seconds.
Are you sure?
If you only grab me one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
I mean, you have to get up and go get it.
I don't actually want a soft drink. I just wanted to see you go off by yourself.
Wow. Okay. Well, no, I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to do it because you don't hold up your end of the bargain.
We'll change the topic. I'm not going to sit here and bicker with you. That's not fun to listen to. I discovered something new.
What's that?
The other day, I was scrolling through Twitter, our favorite, least favorite website, and this person was like, nobody knows this, but there is a community of like Barbie Instagrams, people taking pictures of their Barbies and creating stories with their multiple Barbies.
Oh my god.
And they're like soap operas. And she's like
there's like a YouTube series.
This was like this is bigger than Most Popular Girls in School.
Oh, okay.
This is much bigger than that. This is a community of people who have Barbies, create custom clothing for the Barbies, create custom furniture and maquettes and like sets for their Barbies, pose them, take them out in their like cities and take pictures of them there, and like create stories that are basically soap operas around these Barbies.
What's some of the stories? Because
I follow this one. It's called her name is Ellie from Finland, and it's like it's a Finnish girl who runs the Instagram. So
wow.
She, in very broken English, tells the story, like the life story of this Barbie named Ellie. Are you fucking?
It didn't work.
I swear to fucking God. I'm gonna kill this fucking wall. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna rip it apart, and piece by piece.
We'll be back again.
Every piece of blanket from this wall.
If you own a recording studio and want to let us record in there for free, that would be awesome. We have our own setup and microphones. We just need the space to do it.
We just need a quiet space.
This is like
soundproof space.
Oh god, if I could like draw back the curtain for a moment, like we had a bunch of like
great choice of words, babe.
Like
great choice of words.
Puns aside, it's been a good day. Like we've been doing videos and it's been fun, but like we ran into a roadblock trying to record the second episode of Nancy Drew, and then the fucking walls falling apart.
Fell apart like 3 times today.
It's like
I have had it.
Like guys, listen, I'm not trying to.
I no longer want a DUI. I will sell this brand. Cameron, do you understand me? I will sell this brand to a major corporation and hand over like $1 million, but you have to hand over the corporation that you built from the ground up. Like I will sell it right this second for a fucking recording studio.
I'll do listicles for the rest of our career.
I swear to God.
If it meant that we can do a fucking have a goddamn recording studio.
I will post the hottest, shittiest takes on Twitter.
For a living.
For a living.
Yeah.
To generate steam.
But like, so.
I don't know how many mukbangs I'll have to do to get us a studio, but goddamn it, I'll do it.
Well, it's like, here's the thing, right? Like, and I'm not trying to like elicit sympathy in anyone, but I really feel like nothing we've done for this channel has been easy. We've never gotten a break. We haven't gotten a single break.
We've done everything the hard way.
In the 7 months or whatever we've been doing this, there hasn't been a single fucking break.
I just want to reiterate to like, you know, to just like not complain forever. These are the facts. This is like I work for a not-for-profit theater company, and like, well, they certainly have a lot more than we have. They've also been running for about 5 years longer than we have.
Yeah, they're also a theater company.
But like, this is the reality of trying to start your own thing. You know, we
you
have
recorded in your mother's basement for
the upsides.
the first year.
The upsides
or
are
two.
we have complete creative freedom. The upsides are we have nobody to answer to. The upsides are we don't have anybody else in our space. Mind you, we spend all the time that we would have for recording on fixing the damn space, but it's our space.
Yeah. Listen, Sam.
There are pros and cons to everything.
For all of the shit and all the frustration and all the things, all the roadblocks, there is still nothing that I'd rather do every Thursday.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They come down here.
This is my escape.
Set up this fucking wall.
This fucking wall.
And then
I'm so close to just like building us an actual like fort.
Yeah.
Like just putting blankets and stuff like over top of everything.
Mm-hmm. Might be easier.
Yeah.
It would get so hot in here. It already gets hot in here.
It would get.
But if it was like over the head,
it
like
would get
forts.
it would get janky in here.
Do you remember when because like it's the winter right now, obviously. In the summer when we were doing this, like it would get like sweltering in here. Like
so hot.
I'd be like wearing like shorts rolled up to like my friggin' like crotch.
Yeah.
Just like.
I think I recorded a podcast with my top off. Technically.
Yeah, I mean it happened.
I think I did that at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 7.
I don't know which one.
Topless Sam.
Yeah. I don't know which one.
Yeah.
But one of them, just to save me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I really want to thank everyone out there listening because even though there's not a lot of you guys tune in every week.
Yeah.
And that means a lot to me. So.
I like making it for you.
Yeah.
So.
Totes.
Yeah.
Totes.
Yeah. But sorry. I was talking about doll Instagram.
Yeah, here's the
Dollstagram is actually what it's called.
Really?
So
it's not very creative.
Are you like writing stories every single day with like Barbies and like sewing the clothes for these people? Like,
I guess not. No.
Exactly. So Ellie from Finland is like a story about a girl named Ellie and her life. I came in around Christmas time when her boyfriend got shot.
What? Jesus Christ.
And murdered by somebody. I don't know who. I wasn't that involved in the story.
A Ken
I didn't
doll,
go far
presumably.
back enough. But her boyfriend Damon got murdered on Christmas Eve. And she's just like mourning that right now. But she met her friend Jacob, who the fans have discovered is actually like a Jacob from Twilight doll that they made like during the Twilight years. Like it's like it's a Taylor Lautner action figure.
So, I have a couple questions. Mm-hmm. How are these stories framed? Is it one picture and then like a description?
Yeah, she posts multiple pictures a day.
Okay.
And like each one is just like the
and people are
continuation of
super
the
into
story.
this. People like
Yeah.
are really into this.
Yeah. I checked how many followers she had when I wrote this down in my notes initially, but she has like thousands of followers.
Wow.
She has 45.7 thousand followers.
My God.
Yeah.
What are the comments like? Are people like, I'm like biting my nails. I gotta find out what happens next.
11 comments. Oh, so like this one. Okay, so this picture that I'm looking at right now is just like she's deciding what she's gonna wear for the day with her friend Jacob. And they're just like, wow, like so many options to choose from. You have so many great clothes, Ellie. Wow, difficult choice.
It's okay, keep going.
Like
it's okay, keep going.
It's such a difficult choice. Like, what are you gonna choose? Like that sort of thing.
So it's very like Barbie
recently,
video game kind of thing.
Recently, she did that like she pulled that shitty narrator thing on me where she made us think that Ellie, using the love that she had for Damon, went back in time and brought back Damon before he got killed. But it was just a dream.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Does this Barbie live like in like okay, so
she lives in Finland.
Right, but she's a Barbie.
Yeah.
So
she's a Finnish Barbie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is so strange. Like
yeah.
Not weird in terms of like, oh, yeah, it's fucking weird and dumb. It's like no, it's just like so bizarre. I can't even wrap my head around it.
Mm-hmm. No,
let me see one of these posts.
She like used the love of the love that she had for her boyfriend to power her to go back in time to the point where he was murdered and interrupt the murder and save his life.
Okay.
But it was, and bring him back to current day, but it was just a dream.
Let's do a cold read of this.
It's also in like severely broken English because she's Finnish and she's doing her best. So I don't make fun of the English.
I'll read Jacob's part.
Okay.
And you read Ellie's part.
Okay.
Give your hand and think of him.
I think him all the time.
Think him more. If your love is pure true love, it may have magic.
What are you talking about?
Oh dear God. Think. Channel that power into your hand.
What? Are we playing?
No. Do it, okay?
Ellie feels a little bit stupid, but she do what Jacob said. She thinks Damon with all her heart, with all her soul.
Be brave. Wow. That should be a podcast.
Hell yeah.
Just doing readings of this girl's
live readings
Instagram post.
of this girl's Instagram post.
May I see that post one more time?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just find it. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so hands down, best line in this is think him more. If your love is pure, true love, it may have magic. Like, Shakespeare, eat your fucking heart out.
I think what she meant to write was like, think about him harder.
Yeah, I understand.
Use the love that you have for him to imagine him back.
I mean, hey, like, good for them.
Yeah. I just wanted to share that with you because, like, I saw the tweet and I was like, what? This is ridiculous. And then I read a couple posts and I was like, I'm gonna follow this account.
Yeah.
And that I see it because she posts so often.
And apparently there's a bunch of these.
I see like multiple posts every day just because she posts so often. And I just think that they're great. I think that they're fantastic.
I mean, I think that idea
I mean, it's a hobby, right? It's an interest, you know? There are adults who love oh my God, they have matching outfits. She gave them matching outfits.
That's cute. She's cute.
Oh my God.
She seems very sweet.
It's just an interest, right?
Like, I mean, yeah. Listen, man, if me and my friends can get together every couple of weeks and sit in my basement and pretend to be fantasy characters,
you can do.
I don't see why there's any difference between this and that.
You can have worse and like weirder hobbies.
What if she wrote like a genuinely good story and you get to experience this like awesome narrative?
You know, like I'm able to laugh at it because of the broken English, honestly. Like, I feel like if she wrote this in her native language, it would be a lot more dramatic and like it would sit with me a lot heavier.
Totally.
But it's the broken English too, right?
It's the best part
that I have to do to make up for the like not so clear language of it all.
Well, because you know, because like, and this is by no means at all making fun of broken English, but when it's written in broken English, as an English speaking reader, you just sort of get to pretend like it's like really bad writing.
Yeah.
So like, just have true love.
Yeah.
When you have true love, you are the winner. You know, it's
yeah.
like, that's the best. That's the fucking best.
Exactly.
You get to pretend like a fully fluent English speaker wrote this.
Yeah, I just think it's
you
super
live that
wholesome.
fantasy.
And I love the soap opera aspect of it. Like at first I was like, oh, these stories are so silly, and then I was like, wait. Soap operas have been leaning off of this shit for years.
You told me that like
years.
Characters in Jane the Virgin like come back to life and shit.
Yeah, they pull the classic like he died but then he comes back, but he has amnesia and he doesn't remember who he is anymore. She has to like help him learn who he is again, and they fall back in love.
I'm sure I'd actually really like that show.
It's a great show.
It's very
you watched a little
showy
bit of it
is the word I would use.
It's soap opera-y.
Yeah.
But like it's literally a telenovela.
Right. It's not a parody. It is a telenovela. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
it's been produced by an American studio. So it's got like North American aspects to it that we're very used to with our North American television, but it is for all intents and purposes a telenovela.
And then it skyrocketed Gina Rodriguez's career.
Yeah.
And now she's like
saying the N-word.
When I rap, I
place.
scream the N-word.
Oh my God.
God bless Gina Rodriguez.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired
of people I like making comments and just being like, no, see it. Okay, here. Let me, I don't want to be a dick, but I don't care if a celebrity fucks up. I care if a celebrity proves themselves to be an unsavory person. Because listen, my facade of you is a positive one. Just keep it that way. Just don't go to the media and be like, when I go to Kendrick Lamar concerts, I get up on stage and scream the N-word. Like, you know, like all you have to say is not that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't care about your personal life. I don't care. I just like that you're a good actor.
Just please don't say the N-word.
You know?
If you're not black.
Lesson
Please
number 1
just
of
don't,
today's
like,
podcast is don't say the N-word.
Like, I don't want to, yeah, I know, right? Like, we're really just getting into it. It's not comedy anymore. I don't want to, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Just please don't say the N-word. Have a good week, everybody.
Yeah, really? Lesson number 2 is to watch Jane the Virgin, I guess. Because it's the number 1 thing on my mind right now. What did we talk about this week?
What did we talk about?
Lesson number 2
don't
is
fuck
to
your step sibling. I don't care if they're not related to you by blood. Don't fuck your step sibling.
The Derek comedy, the Life with Derek sister series Kickstarter going, where they fuck on the reg and they have to explain to their family that they're in a relationship.
Yeah. Lesson number 3 is have rich parents so that when you want to start a podcast, you can just fucking buy studio time.
Have them buy a studio.
Not tape blankets to walls.
Hey, you know what though? I will give us credit. I will be an optimist and give us credit that I think that this is pretty ingenious in terms of like getting our audio quality. Because I don't think we'd be able to get the audio quality we have out of anywhere else in this house.
No.
Like, where do we go? The bathroom?
Not. The bathroom would be worse. Mm-hmm. The bathroom would sound worse.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you guys next week. You're going to be Tuesday at 3 p.m. Every new episode of the CSP is up at that time.
Yeah,
you can find us on your favorite streaming services. Huh?
We hope you enjoyed this one.
Yeah, you can find us on your favorite streaming services as well as YouTube. Every Monday, you can check out a new variety show episode of the Chill Spot 10-minute variety whatever. On Wednesday, we'll have a new episode of Long Play. And Thursday, Friday, update our series Let's Play.
Yay.
So be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube because we have a lot of stuff going on over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it.
Blah.
Woo.
Blah. I can't do that.
I can't do it for long.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Oh, God!